Now, flights from the Galapagos Islands are only from Guayaquil or Quito. And once you arrive to one of those airports, you must go to the migration desk and pay a $20 fee for a migratory card. And they give you two cards. So, one you have to hand in when you get there, and one you hand in once you leave. So they can keep track of who goes in and out of the Galapagos Islands. And then, once you arrive in the Galapagos Islands, you must pay a $100 national park fee to enter because the Galapagos Islands are considered a national park in Ecuador. And you can arrive to the Galapagos from two airports, Seymour or the airport on um, San Cristobal. And then once you get there, they put all of the suitcases on this belt. And instead of like the baggage claim that you typically see, they put all of the baggage here. And then they have the dogs to sniff out the baggage, and they sniff for drugs, they sniff for bugs, they sniff for other animals because and plants because they don't want things coming in and out of the island. So this was a very interesting process. Everybody had to stand behind this yellow line after everybody's suitcases are put on these belts, and then you just watch the dog go through all and sniff everybody's suitcase, and then once you are done, or once the dog is done, then they say, yeah, go, and then you can go get your suitcase. Now, if you arrive via Baltra, once you exit the airport, you must take the $5 Lopito bus to the Itabaca Channel and then pay for the boat to cross the channel to get to Santa Cruz, and then either pay for a bus or a taxi for the 40-minute drive to the town, which is Puerto Ayora, and that's where everybody lives. Now, the government of Ecuador has designated about 97% of the land area of the Galapagos Islands as the country's first national park. And then, founded in 1959, the Charles Darwin Foundation is dedicated to the preservation and conservation of the Galapagos Islands and the animals and plants that live there. Now, the Charles Darwin Research Station is based in Puerto Ayora on Santa Cruz Island, which is the first island I went to, and it serves as the headquarters for the foundation. And they conduct a lot of scientific research there and promote environmental education. As you can see, there are tons of cacti, and they have a lot of information about the cacti and the nature and the tortoises there, including Lonesome George. They also rescue turtles and breed tortoises, or las tortugas. They breed them there and then return them to the islands that they came from because there are so many different species. There's also lava lizards that are around. The ones with the red necks that you just saw are ones that are females. I stayed at Hotel Fiesta in Santa Cruz. The hotel wasn't very accessible, but pretty accessible, honestly, for the Galapagos Islands. Not much is accessible there. They have a really great courtyard right here in the middle that has a pool. The water is kind of chilly, but it actually feels good with the humidity and the heat when you're doing some of the outdoor activities. Santa Cruz has a lot of little shops and a lot of little tourist areas, so it's a nice place to start off your trip. I had a great breakfast there as well at Hotel Fiesta. And then the next day I went to El Chato Ranch, which is another place that has tortoises, some of those large tortoises. They also have a really cool lava tunnel. As I've mentioned in some of my other videos, the Galapagos Islands are made from volcanic and seismic activity. So some of the places have these lava tunnels that you can either walk through or swim through depending on where you are. The steps here are very, very steep. So going down is kind of hard sometimes, and then going up is a little bit more difficult, especially if you have mobility issues. But the tortoises are pretty cool to see.